I was. I am no longer.
You missed it.
Oh.
Dang it.
Jeff, I want to see your garage.
My garage is a mess right now, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. My parents are bad hoarders. Like I've been helping them clean their messes up my whole life, basically. So I've inherited some of their tendencies to hold on to things, but I am acutely aware of it. So what'll happen is it'll get to the point where I'll look around and I'll be like, this shit's got to go, and then I'll purge a bunch of stuff, and then it'll get bad again, and it's just cycles.
That's kind of how it is for me.
Well, my parents' garage when I was like teenage years, like 10 to 16, I guess, it was so bad. It was not organized chaos. It was just mountains of things. The garage, you could barely walk through it.
I remember going over to your house and it was just mountains with just paths through stuff.
That's exactly how it was in the garage. So my parents are not very good at housekeeping at all.
So my office is a temporary thing since I've just been working from home for a few months. It's literally just a card table.
Haven't we been working from home for like 3 years now?
I was going into the office because I was the only person going into the office. So, because I have key access. So I would just go in and sit in a pretty much empty building every day.
Oh my God. 2 years now, and I don't have an ID card because my job started. And they said, "Oh, we'll get it to you later." 2 years later, still don't have an ID card that says I work for Ryder.
That's how it is for me. I've been there 6 months, and they're like, "You don't need to come in. Why would we give you anything?"
You moved your workstation, Jeff.
Yeah, from one corner to the other.
Yeah, that's where Baby Tim's crib used to be.
I like how you can hide it.
Yeah, it's an entertainment system, and I cut out all the shelves in the middle and made it into a something that I could secure, because Alex kept going up and just like pillaging my desk, pins and stuff, and I always forget to close it, so I put latches on it, a little sign on the door with.
The cat art in the background. I like the cat art in the background that looks like an actual cat would be peeking around the corner.
I'm so proud of Brett and his microphone.
Brett, your living room looks super comfy.
It does.
It's the Florida room. It's it's got a pool table off and a 3D printer. It's the cool room, but it's always cluttered because I put everything in here.
Like, you gave it a name other than living room. Like, that's fancy.
The Florida room.
Right.
Florida room. It makes it sound like mansion-esque.
Yeah.
This is our atrium. Welcome to our humble abode.
I only call it that because I heard my wife's mother call it that, so I guess that's what they're called.
I believe it.
I'm going to start calling random rooms by titles now.
This is the Arkansas room.
This feels very IKEA.
For some reason, no one but Sean's camera is working.
I'm plugging my camera in right now, so it's not going to work. Oh, mine's definitely not.
I see Taylor.
Yeah, I see Taylor just popped up.
And I see Jeff's something.
Am I showing up?
No.
There we go.
You were, and then you disappeared.
Oh, see, I see Taylor now, and I wasn't seeing him earlier.
Now he's gone. Oh, you're coming.
Hey!
Hey.
So now I lost Jeff, and Taylor shut his camera.
Yeah, I lost Taylor.
Taylor's the only one I don't have.
I'm scared.
He turned his off. I think he's probably going to sell that thing.
He did say about 5 or so minutes into session time.
Huh?
So last night I was drinking beer and working on drawing and coloring things, and then beer met sketchbook. So now I have a beer-scented sketchbook. And
The best smells.
well, it didn't get any of the marker ones, which is good because they like would have just bled everywhere. But it poured all over the colored pencil stuff. So
Hold on just a second.
like, so I was just doing like random faces. So like this half is just coated in beer now.
Oh yeah.
Eyeballs.
I lost everybody's video and sound for a second, so I think my internet hiccuped.
I lost everybody's sound.
I muted myself so I could bark orders at Google.
Oh, maybe that's why it suddenly got much quieter.
Oh well, Jeff and Taylor muted themselves, so if it's not for me, Brett, or Sean, you won't hear anything.
Poor Jeff, his house is so loud.
It's the cost of having multiple children.
Hell, I just got the one and still.
Children are loud.
Mine have to be put to bed immediately before game time can commence. Go the
I'm glad
fuck
you
to
said
sleep.
put to dead.
Put to dead.
Put to dead.
That reminds me. Is the other one sleeping?
Just put to sleep. Just phrase it that way.
Oh, we got the tranquilizers out. They don't seem to be effective.
When Caleb was little, Benadryl would hype him up.
Okay. He got a new Lego set this weekend, an RV, and he's fallen asleep with his head immediately next to it. He's going to gouge something out of his face at some point. But he's 5.
Okay.
Which is when the cool Lego sets start.
So
Finally upgraded from Duo, whatever it's called.
Yep. But we have a lot of cool Duplo also. Like, we've got Spider-Man and Electro and Elsa and Olaf.
So
Sam 1 or 2?
Sam he's 1.5. He'll be 2 in May.
Okay.
'Cause his birthday's the day before mine.
Oh yeah.
So in a month, which is the 27th, I won't be here. I'll be elsewhere.
Excellent. Nordoct will die off camera.
Mm-hmm. That also includes the 23rd. Actually, wait, it would be the 20th that I'm gone. And I'll also be gone on the 23rd for that week of Monster of the Week.
Monster of the Week's been real miss lately, so...
Yeah.
Been a lot of Halo.
Yeah. Oops.
Except the one time I wanted to play, and then you're like, no.
I mean, I was doing stuff with Anna.
No. Were you playing WoW?
Yes.
She sent me a message saying, get him to play other games.
I see what it is. I see how it is.
So you should have came
So
in.
you created this problem yourself, it sounds like.
What have you guys done now?
Oh, I was just saying, Jeff, that about a month from now, on the 20th, I won't be here.
Where?
I'll be elsewhere. I won't be home. I'll be out of town.
Oh, I guess we're not. We should. Okay. That's cool. We could just skip, or we can forge on.
We're gonna kill Nordoc off screen. I'm gonna die also, but I'm gonna come back as a wizard, and he's gonna be my undead minion.
There we go.
It's locked.
Well, I do plan on putting the party in direct peril at some point soon. So
Please do.
So there's your week to do it.
Wait until we're down a guy and then fuck us.
wait until as few people show up as possible.
Yeah. That way, when they come back, you can be like, "See what happens when you're not here?" Scaring them into never missing a session again.
I don't think that's how you retain people.
There you go, thinking that
That's
we're
how you
trying to retain people.
That's how you keep the group interested. Surprise! You're all dead.
I think on one of the encounters, I threw a whole bunch of stone golems at everybody, and you all just ran. You didn't even try to fight it. You just ran. I've never seen you run from a battle before, but you guys just ran.
Was it a good idea at the time, or was it a good idea for us to do that?
No, I remember that.
It was a very good idea for you guys to do that.
Yeah, no, I absolutely remember that. It was in the... Wasn't it when we were trying to rescue Sean's soul from the
Not Sean's soul. You were trying to rescue Davril.
Davril.
Oh, we were in the mindscape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Why?
That's
Who
good.
who was the smart one that told us to run? It doesn't sound like something I would do.
So it was all of you here, sans Taylor, and Brett was brand new to the D&D group at the time.
So it wouldn't have been me.
So he was just like, what is going on? So we're gonna narrow it down to it was probably D.
D wouldn't run away. It's gotta be Jeff.
One of the two of us. I honestly can't remember. I'm trying to remember the details of that encounter. Like, I remember that we ran because it was. I think we tried to we killed one of them, and then three more came out, and it was so. What was it? A sand golem or a clay golem that we killed?
Well, you were killing golems all throughout it. It was just they were popping up in groups of their own kind, so there were never any mixed types. But I think you had just defeated some clay golems or some flesh golems, and you moved on, and then two stone golems popped out, and you guys were like, "Nope," and you just kept going.
There were a few times that we've been in dungeons and I've been like, "No, we're just gonna keep moving. Just keep moving." Nothing bad ever happened from that genie thing.
From the what?
Or did it?
The genie. Remember, I made a thing, genie, and said that I was gonna have to always give them the bad ideas, or always try and sabotage the party. That's what it was. But no one ever believed the ideas anyway, so it didn't really matter.
You just gotta try a little harder, I guess.
Yeah, let's do this terrible idea.
Someone curse me with that. I will give the party unlimited bad ideas.
Well, the evil silver dragon that was inhabiting Sir Eastaval never resolved either. So
That's true.
I always wondered when that was going to come back around too, but it never did.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's okay.
There's lots
some
of
weird
plot
rabbit
holes.
not well. See, that's not what's called a plot hole. That's just a loose plot string or loose plot thread.
When you go down that many rabbit holes, it's at some point.
The party follows what the party follows.
Well, I kept throwing stuff at you guys, and you were just kind of dead set on just doing the main quest. Side quests were just eh.
We were
I just
on a
wanted
mission
to
from
punch
God.
things.
What was that, D?
I just wanted to punch things
That's yeah, you did.
and kick dragons in the balls till they died.
You were always feather staffing them to death with through their balls. In fact, you killed an ancient blue dragon by smacking them in the balls with your feather staff. So
Yes,
And it
you
wasn't
did.
the first dragon I killed. You guys should protect those things better.
That's it! Killing you both! Big bang attack!
I mean, I've seen the pictures of dragons, but I have this mental image of dragons with hamster nuts hanging down.
Keeps kicking me in the dick.
Are the nuts? Are they
Why does he
also
keep kicking me in the dick?
scaly and armored, or are they like?
They're scalied and armored. Yeah. What else would they be?
I don't know. They could be soft, like just like they protrude out of the. I imagine dragons have cloacas anyway.
Scaly Dragon Balls.
I've posted a relevant kicked in the dick video in Discord. Enjoy.
I don't know. This is where it would be terrifying if Clay was still playing with us, because he would start linking to Bad Dragon.
Yes.
The what?
The bad dragon.
Bad Dragon.
Is that what's in your picture up there?
No.
No.
That's what it looks like over in the back corner, that blue thing.
We don't stream with things like that on camera anymore.
That's a joystick. It's a joystick, right?
You don't remember the bad dragon, Jeff?
He is fucking with us. Absolutely,
Yeah,
100%.
No, who is?
Jeff,
There is no
you're
way
the
that you
worst.
could forget what Bad Dragon is.
No, I know exactly what it is. That's what I'm saying. In your picture that you posted of your clutter room, is that not what that is over on the shelf back there?
Which of
And
us?
on it, it's
He's talking to you, D.
Ooh.
He's
Yeah.
saying that you have a giant dildo just hanging out in that room.
Oh, what
Yeah,
is
you have
that
like
thing?
a
No,
large
that
phallic
is.
object.
What is the blue thing? I know it goes to a gun.
If you don't bring it on camera, we're not going to believe you.
Hold on, let me get it.
Is it a sex gun?
what I'm hearing is that D is 3D printing guns. That's all I'm hearing.
You wouldn't download a car.
This is Georgia, where you could do whatever the fuck you want.
That's true. But
This
Texas,
is not, but
3D
yeah.
printing is the Wild
Texas
West.
is even more. You can do what the fuck you want.
It is the buffer tube off of a gun that we're making.
See?
Okay.
Well, that's less fun
Well-
than we thought.
Not a that.
Not a giant bad dragon dildo hanging out in the
What
back
you handed
corner.
is
It's
just
a-
threw it at me.
It's a prototype, is what it is, Jeff.
Oh, I think Joseph wants to show off the full print. He-
Hey, Jeff, do you know you have your video going on Discord as well?
The blue piece is
Do I?
You
the back
did.
of this.
Just for a second. Like, I literally only
Sweet.
clicked it for like
Is this a
1 minute.
cosplay thing, or are you printing an actual gun?
No, this
That's
is an
cool.
actual gun. Like, it shoots real bullets. See, this is the buffer tube that goes on the back of
Screaming
it.
for
It's
this.
just, you know, this one gets locked away. The kids will not have any sort of access. Here's the trigger.
So what's the likelihood that that will explode the first time you use it?
Not really. I mean, it's still got the metal components inside of it. So.
Maybe pull the first trigger remotely.
He's
Just
got-
give it like 5 shots.
He also did a Glock 19. We haven't got to try it out. It's really good.
That's awesome.
Not
You could also wear like a welding glove or
Printed
something to
cloth.
shoot it, like something reinforced.
This one he used, I think, filament for it. Carbon filament. Oh, polycarbonate. Yeah, printed this.
It's pretty awesome.
Like, we've mentioned it already tonight, but like, I really want to know if the person who came up with the marketing strategy of you wouldn't download a DVD or whatever, if he's looking back on himself now and saying, man, I really fucked that one up.
I think he is still fucking it up because he's not using it the way things work now as like this excellent viral opportunity.
It's true. He's not capitalizing on it now.
He needs to make an NFT of that.
Yes.
You know someone would buy that. Someone would snatch that up so quick. Just right to the original like clips of that VHS reel. That's where I always used to see it in the VHS tapes.
What is this?
The you wouldn't download a DVD thing. It was on a couple of VHSs and then all the DVDs that we used to have.
It was like at the beginning of movies.
It was. I remember that in a couple of trailers before movies, like trying to combat piracy when piracy was still brand new in the early 2000s because of Napster and all that.
It was created. I'm on the
Back when the
Wikipedia.
Yeah, I vaguely remember those ads.
It was created by the Federation Against Copyright Theft and the Motion Picture Association in cooperation with the Intellectual Property Office of Singapore.
Singapore, huh?
Do not
And y'all
recognize
tell
their
me that
authority.
Marvel is the greatest team up in history.
That's funny. You guys ready to get started?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't want to...
Should open up
Just
my
a little
character
bit more.
sheet.
Let's just cut this session down to an hour. Let's just get started
No,
at 9.
Jeff's not prepared. Let's go ahead and let's go off the rails even more.
Yeah, feel free.
If he doesn't know what he's doing, then let's just lean into that. None of us will know what's happening by the
Take
end
it
of it.
wherever you want. I have an end destination. That's what I have for this this whole little branch that we're on. I've got an
Is
end
it for
destination.
us to become drug dealers? 'Cause that seems to be the
We will
direction
not
we're
become
going in.
drug dealers. Gimdar will not allow us to pursue that specific vice.
Nordak wants nothing to do with it.
You're all going to join the cultists and spread the good word throughout the 10 towns.
The good word is vengeance.
It's human sacrifice and drugs. Murder. Arl is chaotic evil after all, so she's down with this. She approves. Alright. So in our last session, the bar fight had resolved. Scrimstrax had given up after taking a pretty severe beating. He could have kept going, but he could read the room. He is a seasoned adventurer, and he looks around and he's like, I see where this is going. So he gave himself up. There's a dead peasant man laying there who was cloven in half by Hillen, the bounty hunter.
I think it should be known.
Home?
I think it should be known that we did not kill anyone. Helena is the only one that committed murder.
This is true.
We haven't killed
It's
anyone
true.
in a while.
Good for us.
Proud of ourselves.
Not since the goblins, yeah.
Goblins are people.
Do those count?
And that was still a while ago at this point.
Of course not. Goblins never count.
Yeah, it was like 4 sessions ago.
I am keeping a goblin kill count on my character sheet, though, so they count a little bit.
They're half men.
Only as notches in your belt.
They count as points.
So the last thing we had said was that the bounty hunter and your dwarf friends from the trade caravan were going to escort Scramsax and the 2 guardsmen, who obviously were, at the very least, at worst, at best corrupt, at worst active participants in whatever ill shit's going down. They're gonna escort them off-site. Is that what we had decided?
Out of
or were they gonna
town.
do something different with
Out of town? I was less concerned about keeping an eye on the guards, because I think our cover is blown at this point, and more concerned about making sure that Helena has the easiest package that she can have to, like, keep captured. I think them watching 3 prisoners instead of 1 might be dangerous for us. Is that fair? Party?
I'm still following.
Is that fair,
Balcom
Balcom and Leaf?
I think so.
I think so.
Should we execute the guards or just let them loose?
Mm,
Dun, dun, dun.
Or just tie them up and put them in one of the rooms here? Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's tie them up and throw them under one of the beds in the inn. Come back for
We're
them
not
later.
gonna kill them. We're just gonna starve them. That's.
We'll come back for them later.
That's the.
Come back for them later.
Will we? Will we?
Off screen and yes, off screen we will.
probably.
Bind their hands and feet, lock them in the room,
Yep.
and check back in a week. See what
And
happens.
no, we'll put them head to toe under each other, or like head to toe under a bed together, so if they get really hungry, they can chew on each other's toes.
I thought he got slime.
So. Sure. All right.
All right. So all this was going on inside of the tavern, and Winria and Nordak were tailing Sephic.
This is
So I
true.
guess they probably made it away from the tavern before all of the ruckus started inside. So
Yeah, we're gonna
They're not
assume
aware.
that. Yeah.
So Balcom, Leaf, Gimdar, what are you gonna do now that you've resolved this?
I think the only thing that makes sense is we should help with the escort out of town. We don't want any prying eyes asking questions.
Okay.
Speaker.
Was that Leaf?
And the guards are
I was saying, then go back to the speaker and take care of that loose thread.
Yes. That makes the most sense.
She's the next step up.
Yep, we got to go talk to his boss. Actually, Helena's got one guy under control with her and the mercenary crew. Let's head to the speaker. Let's cut the snake's head off.
Diving right in there.
just straight for the source. That's good. Yeah, because Scrimsax did spill the beans that they're basically making me do it.
When he says those words, I roll my eyes.
They made
They're
me do it.
forcing, They're forcing me to give these drugs out.
It's like, don't believe that shit for a minute.
All right, so let's get back to Winria and Nordak.
Serial killer hunters?
Also, while
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
still probably the sneakiest person in the party, I am nowhere near any of my other characters, so just
Are
be
you-
prepared for this to fail.
Are you wearing leather armor? At least.
Yeah, I can't
Okay,
wear.
so we're sneaky enough, even if we don't have good sneak.
You
So
don't
to
have
speak.
disadvantage on your rolls. That'll have to be good enough.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, since we're dwarves, we don't have disadvantage on when we wear heavy armor on stealth checks.
Oh! Then we're all sneaky.
How about that?
What?
How about that?
Yeah, druids don't wear metal.
But you could if you wanted to.
Not according
dru-
to my religion.
A druid of the mines.
Well, not necessarily the mines.
The caves? Which are just mines that haven't become mines yet?
Yeah, more or less. All right.
You guys
So
are
what's
basically
what's
like kobolds.
what's going on, Jeff? What are we doing?
All right, so Gwynria and Gordak, you guys are tailing Sephic. The sun is getting low in the sky. It's getting later in the day for sure, dusk probably, but I mean, given the fact that the sun is already janked up anyway because of the magic, it's
Right.
pretty dark, even in the middle of the day. But we're gonna say that y'all are here now. You followed him. He's made a path through several alleyways, obviously trying to be not direct, but roundabout in his travels to his destination.
Okay.
Got a sassy eyebrows.
He does, doesn't he?
He looks
He's
pretty.
like,
He
"Hey,
looks pretty happy.
hey."
He's just like, hey, what's going on?
We'll just go kill some folk.
Okay.
Bear tested out in the middle of the freezing weather.
So it's getting dark. Are there any other people in the streets that we see? Is it as clear as it shows here? Are we as far back
It's
as our
clear it
tokens
shows
are?
here.
Our tokens.
Yes. You guys are tailing him from a distance. You've managed to
Okay.
keep up with him through the twists and turns because you're actively watching him, and you're both fairly spry. So
Sure.
you're not hilling, hobbling down the alleyways trying to keep up with them, only to shamefully lose him in the process.
So is this a raised platform under here? Could we sneak and hide under here if need be?
Okay.
And that's a tent. What's under the tent?
Just some crates.
Crates. Okay. Well, we could go and we could hide behind those crates. Actually, why don't we just hang back just a second just to see if he goes anywhere else instead of just hanging out in the square?
Yeah, let's just
Sound like a good idea?
pretend to be patrons hanging out in the
Well,
street.
he knows who we are, and there's nobody else here. Is that what you said, Jeff? Do you need to take a phone call real quick?
No, there's nobody in the alley. Yeah, I need to take this phone call real quick.
Okay. So, Gwynria,
So,
we can
There's
maybe.
literally nobody in the alleyway.
I say we
This-
sneak
this
over.
courtyard here, there's nobody.
I say we sneak over behind the crates under the tent and see what he does.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And we can't move forward until our GM gets back.
Are you prepared to execute this man?
If need be.
Yep.
Excellent. As long as I'm not the first person to kill a human, I'll be all right.
Are we about to start? Are we about to spark a war in the 10 towns?
I'm less concerned about a war of the 10 towns and more concerned about a manhunt for us.
That's fair.
Although we could take
So-
over this town and be...
So how are you looking on items there, Gwynrio? Do you have anything that can help us out? I don't have a lot. I've got some rope. We could probably tie him up. I got a smoke bomb in case we need to make a hasty retreat.
I thought I had the smoke bomb.
I've got 2. I bought 2.
Okay, I have also. I think I got one. I got to write it down. I've got some rope, but I also have the my cantrip of Thorn Whip that I can
Okay.
hit him and to
So
or pull him closer.
yeah. So
Ooh, so if we need to like grab him and like, if we want to grab him before he can get to somebody, we can use the Thorn Whip to like.
Well,
before
what
he
we
kills somebody.
what we could do is we could maybe throw a smoke bomb at him, rush in, tie him up if we need to,
No problem.
create some confusion.
I was just thinking like if he gets too close to killing somebody and we don't think we can move there and
That's a good
whip
idea.
him over.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. Okay, so what we're going to try and do, I think, is we're going to move over to the tent with the crates and just kind of hide among that, see what he does. Do we need to roll anything
Okay.
to get over there?
Roll a stealth check. You guys are, I mean, you're pretty far back, but it is empty, so yeah, that's fine. You make it over the tent. He is moving at a clip, so he is intently walking. And he reaches the edge of this house and goes around the side.
Okay. Well,
Keep moving.
yeah, I guess we're just gonna
Other-
move down. I'm gonna move to the corner of the house and peek around the corner.
Okay.
Right. Is he in the house or just in front of the house?
He is standing there just kind of scanning around. He looks like he's about to do something. Like he's heightened awareness. He's looking around, like making sure there's no eyes on him. And then he glances over to the what would that be? Over to his left in your direction. And kind of squints his eyes off into the distance, nods, and then goes into the house.
Is there a window on the side of the house that we're in? I'm gonna assume there is, considering there's looks like light coming from right there.
There is.
I'll go and
Look
peek
inside
into
if
it.
you'd like.
Did it look like he was nodding at someone or just like prepping himself with a nod?
It looked to me
Okay.
like he was probably just reassuring himself.
Could go either way, I suppose. Roll an insight.
Insight. Yup, he's
It looks like
sure of
he's
himself.
reassuring himself. Winria, you gleaned a little bit more from the nod. It looked like he was nodding at someone.
Okay, what direction was he nodding at?
Over to his, so he's facing downward
South.
on the map. So over to his left in your direction, but off into the distance.
More towards the path or more towards like the other house?
Or in this direction. Probably towards this little guy over here, which you can't see.
But
You're not aware that he's over
in
there.
the
But
direction
now that
of
you,
where that character.
You should throw stuff like that on the GM layer so you can see it, but we can't.
is that what I should do?
Yeah, like right click on the token and then move to and then like GM layer. If we don't like know
Okay.
it's there, it just makes it easier for you because
That's
you know
fine.
where stuff is, and then you can pop it out to the token layer when it appears.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Point taken. I will work on that and the fog of war. Although the next part actually has some fog of war in it. So.
The fog of war is weird because they're still like switching to the new system, but the old system is still there, so it's like they can mess with each other.
Yeah.
Although if this is a pre-purchase module, right? So it should have
This
all of that
right-
stuff.
This part right here.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so for any of the official like maps and all that other junk, all of the stuff should already be done.
Okay. Well, so the problem with the battle maps that come with it is that there are like, for each chapter of the campaign, there's like one
I see.
for each one. There's like nothing.
Oh, I know.
There's
That's how the
no-
modules always are.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was expecting there to be a lot more,
Mm-mm.
and yeah.
You know what? I'll send you I have a big file of just tons of wilderness, city, cavern kind of maps that might be able to help you out. So, anyways,
Anyway,
he nods
So
off
do
in the
you
distance.
and you're
Okay, and,
welcome to look in that direction. And sorry.
I'm gonna tell Nordak. I think he was nodding at someone.
Hmm. Do you see anybody around?
I don't, but there's that building over there. You want to peek in the window to him, and then I'll kind of go look at that building over there.
Yeah,
See what I can
don't get too far. Don't get too far away, just so we don't get separated.
Do you know how to whistle?
Yeah.
Okay, whistle if you need me.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn around and look into the window behind me. What do I see?
Okay. Sethic's gone inside. You look into the window and you see a room with a number of crates and tables with some torches dimly lighting the room. There are some bookshelves on the far end of the room, some circular tables in the middle, and you see Sefik moving through the room into a doorway.
Is the
It
window
would
in
appear
front
to
of
be
me?
the middle.
Okay, so he's kind of like in a
It's
side
the-
storage room. That looks like a storage room to me. If it's got crates and tables and stuff.
Yeah. There's 3 doors. There's one coming from the south, and then 2 separate ones to the north, about evenly split between the wall there. So it's like the middle section of this long building.
Okay. I'm gonna have you already started moving off, Gwynria?
Yeah, I'm going to, like, very... Why is my map not working?
Are you in the right tool?
Yeah, I just... Oh, never mind. I was trying to click on your character because I had it, like, zoomed all the way out. Okay, I'm going to just sort of move around towards this building. So I don't want us getting jumped from behind.
You're good.
These... What do I see from here? Just a window and some stairs and stuff?
Yeah, that's just like a step up right there, like a sidewalk, and these are some stairs that go up to this raised platform.
Okay. First I'm gonna kind of
It's like
check
a
around
deck.
the side. I'm gonna peek into this window to see what I can tell.
It would look to be just a guild house of some sort. You see, there's people milling about inside, looking through scrolls and pieces of parchment on tables, and
Okay, but they don't seem to be
Nothing
doing
suspicious
anything,
looking.
or...
yeah, they're just going about their business.
Cool. Then I am gonna start quietly moving up these stairs.
Okay. You're still good. Okay, stop. About right here.
I'm not just walking around, I'm just trying to peer around like, oh,
Yeah.
make sure I say that first.
About right here, you hear some noise from up ahead around the corner.
Okay, can I tell anything about the noise?
Footsteps,
Okay, I stop moving
rustling
altogether.
clothes.
Is it getting closer or further?
It sounds like it's moving away, but then it stops as you stop.
Okay, I'm not gonna move for a second. See if it starts.
It's just dead quiet.
I'm going to very quietly start moving to the...
Roll a stealth check.
Oh no!
Oh, God.
Oh no!
You pull out a pot and pan and
Uh-oh.
start banging it.
I didn't get no sleep because of y'all.
As you go to move along the edge of the wall, you trip on a board, the edge of a board that is not quite nailed all the way down, and trip and tumble heavily to the ground, making a fair amount of noise.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
So you're prone, and as you do, you hear heavy footsteps, like someone starts sprinting. So let's
Sprinting
see.
towards me or
How far-
away?
Away.
Away. Okay,
All right.
I'm
so
gonna jump up and try and at least get a glimpse and see what's away.
okay, we'll put him right here. So that was his one turn. So you jumped up.
And I'm gonna try and run to the corner and see. I'm not gonna run all the way around the corner, but I'm gonna like stick my head out from around it to at least try and get a glimpse of whoever this was. Feels like that might be important.
Okay. You see a cloaked figure jump from the deck down to the lower level. The cloak looks vaguely familiar. It looks, even in the darkness, you recognize the vague profile of the guy. It's probably the guy from the bar that you encountered earlier, the one that Dimdar was charmed by.
Ah. So they're in
But
cahoots.
you're not sure. I wouldn't say that it's 100% verification. I mean, it's, again, dark, but you are a dwarf with dark vision, so safe to say that you at least vaguely recognize his mannerisms because you got to see the guy up close in the inn. So
They're in cahoots.
and he let's see, it's 30 more feet. Off he goes.
Well, you know what? That's all I need for this mission. So I go to.
I'm going to assume all of that happened in the interim of me watching Severick.
Yes, while she was doing this, you were watching Stefik, and he slipped into the room on the left that you were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
The two rooms, there was a left door and a right door. He slipped into the left room, and as all of this was going on, he slipped back out of the room and started making his way over to the other door. Did you want to do anything while he was doing this?
Is he in the room that we're looking into right now?
Yes, he is in the room that you were looking into.
Or can you just keep him? I just checked on him. He's fine. He cuddled. He's just not angry.
It's like this.
Right. It's just okay. So he's back
At
in
least as far as
basically
you're aware.
the main chamber.
Yeah, you're looking into this room.
So he slipped into which room and slipped back out of?
So he went into this room
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
and now he's in this room. Or at least he's making his way over to the door right here.
Okay. I wish we had some more information to operate on. I'm going to let him enter the room, and I would like to check the window to see if it's open.
The window is closed.
Well, I mean, like locked. You know, like I
It's
can.
locked.
Okay.
And there are crates
So-
stacked in front of you. You can see over the crates. It's not like full
Yeah.
obstruction, but yeah, there's stuff stacked in front of the window.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair
Probably
enough.
would be difficult to get in there without making some noise.
Okay. So then, in that case, Gwynria, why don't we try to sneak into the house through the front door? Doesn't look like there's any other way in at this point. I'm sure there's a back door somewhere. Just don't know where.
Okay. He is in cahoots with somebody though. So
Do you think it was someone that was just on watch?
I don't know if it's who might be teaming up with him or what. He made he was making sure that
Hold on.
I didn't get a good look at him. Looked like it might
Okay.
be the buddy that had a thing for friend.
We'll have to follow up on that later. We have Sefik right now, right here in front of us. And we should
We can find out
probably,
about his friend.
yeah, we could maybe, yeah, I think we've got enough to act now. So let's go ahead and sneak in through the front door.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Because the DM's not listening, free stealth check.
You make it in perfectly.
Wow, I did great. I rolled a natural 20.
Look at that. I rolled a 40.
We already caught him.
Oh.
What? Okay, while he does that, I'm going to fix another drink.
Okay.
So we keep a thing of dog treats on the bar, and now my dog associates us drinking with him getting a treat. He will
Huh.
not let us leave the room unless we give him a treat. So quiet.
Very quiet.
Someone talk at least.
I muted myself because I talk too much if I'm not playing.
All right, so yeah, my parents started this new job, and literally. So my dad was a regional manager, and he stepped down from his role, and my mom was a field nurse, and she stepped away from her role. They're doing weekend on call for the whole company, so like they triage all the things and direct everybody where they need to go. And my mom got 5 hours of training with a single person, and that was it. Like nothing else, nothing.
Wow.
And it's a busy as shit job. Like they've been slammed all weekend. Like she's already saying, I hate this job. It's like, no wonder the other person quit. And they didn't get her set up. They didn't get either of them set up with anything. Like they were just going to let them start this weekend with basically nothing that they needed.
Jeez.
So I've been working all week. I've been going over there after work, like 3 days this week, to get them set up with like the fax program they needed to make sure their Outlook was all set up right and they were in the right groups, to basically like fine tune their computers so they could actually function. Yeah, they're basically doing my job that I was doing for a year and a half, but they're not used to it and they're not tech savvy. So I can only imagine how it would have gone had I not done all of those things throughout the week. But they're calling me with shit like, I don't know how to drag and drop this email over to this attachment over to my email. And I'm like, I wrote it down on a piece of paper, but here's how you do it.
And drop it.
So,
Oh Lord.
yeah, it's something. It's really something what they've got going on here. Like, I don't know how this company has functioned, honestly. Oops. Oh, that's not good. Well, it's okay. You were about to go inside anyway.
Yeah.
So let's move inside now that I've deleted the map. Is that what you guys are doing? You were about to go inside?
Yes.
No, we successfully did it already.
Yeah,
You already did it and got
you weren't
the
here,
guy.
so we captured him and got the info we were looking for.
He's dead.
Don't know how we knew, but we did.
We did it. We did it, Reddit.
You enter through the fireplace, apparently.
Ho ho ho, motherfucker!
You slide down the
Merry
chimney.
Christmas, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. As you start firing bow shots. The poor guildsmen are just instantly slain. All right, so you enter the building. It's there's some polar or some, I'd say polar bear, but white fur skin rugs.
It's Yeti skins.
Yeti skins. Yeah, it's nice and comfy in here.
Yeah.
Boxes stacked up, reading areas. Obviously, a guild house or trading house of some kind.
Yeah.
Is the fog of war working?
Yeah, we don't see anything past the initial room.
Oh no, turn order.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Wrong button. All right, let's see. So you're inside. What are you gonna do?
Knowing that he's in the next section, gonna go up to the door and listen to see if he is still in that center room.
Roll insight check, I guess.
Insight? You mean perception?
Yeah, perception. Just kidding.
20.
Hey.
He is not in the next room, but you can hear some muffled noises coming from
Further in.
further
Oh,
in.
no.
Yeah.
Are people
All right, well,
banging? Can
You know
we
what?
tell if it's sex?
We're gonna find out. So I'm going to slowly and cautiously open the door into the next room and enter.
I'm behind him.
Look, it worked.
Hey.
Look at that. That little show fine stuff's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it wasn't that hard to set up.
Mm-mm. So knowing that he went into the door here, we aren't gonna go through here. He's gonna come out of that room, possibly We don't know what's behind that door. Well, I guess you know what? Since we know he's behind that door, I'm gonna go up to this door. I'm gonna listen in again. What do I hear?
You don't hear anything.
All right, I'm gonna open the door.
Dead quiet.
Fuck.
Oh no, we better go
There's a
before they
dead-
pin this shit on us.
Fuck.
You look into the room and you
Do we recognize the
See-
body?
no.
Okay.
You do recognize that there is a large, jagged shard of ice sticking. Well, from this far back, you can't really see his facial features, but you can see the large icicle jab through his abdomen. You can see that.
Okay, I'm gonna rush over and like touch his skin, feel his pulse. That's
I'm gonna enter the door. I'm gonna enter the room and shut the door quietly behind me.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, I will put my ear against the eastern wall and see what I can hear.
Okay. Mm,
so what
You hear
can I
some
tell
quiet. You hear some quiet words, like someone's talking to themselves.
Can I, with a
You
19,
roll
can I
a
make out?
perception.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did. Oh, you roll it. Okay, sorry. You can make out the words oral. It sounds like a prayer. It's obviously Sefik or someone. Could be him. Probably him.
I mean,
with a
would we
19.
recognize his voice enough for me to pick it out?
Yeah, you've talked directly with him, so yeah, you recognize that it's Sefik's voice. He is saying a prayer to himself to Oral. Asking her to accept the sacrifice and
Okay.
I'm-
checking on him.
effect.
Go ahead.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, what's she gonna do? And then I'm gonna do something like that when she's done.
So I'm running over. I'm checking on him. I know he has a giant ice shard in his stomach, but I'm trying to decide if it's like fresh kill, if there's any chance of saving him, even with like a health potion or something.
It's hard to tell if it's a fresh kill. The blood has turned a bluish color, and his skin is basically the color of ice. Like all color is drained from him. He's not white though. He's a bluish tint. So it's hard to discern if it's a fresh kill because normally, it'd be fresh blood, but in this particular situation, it looks like the body's been frozen for a long time.
Okay, so the skin's cold. I'm guessing.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's definitely ice cold to the touch.
Okay. I don't think there's any
CPR.
saving him. Can I do a medicine check to see if I can figure out if there's any way of saving him with a potion or anything?
Sure.
Oh, well. That didn't help.
You yes, you rifle through your herb pack and your potion pouch, and yeah, there's nothing comes to mind that would help cure this kind of malady, being death.
And while that is going on, I'm gonna look over at Gwynria and just be like, I'm just gonna say lowly but enough for her to hear, get ready. And I'm gonna start beating on the walls and just making some awful noise. As I beat on the walls.
Is that usually how you beat on walls?
Oh,
I'm making this guttural
Are you
noise
gonna
as
add to this?
I beat on against the wall.
Are you gonna join in, Gwynria, or are you just like, what the hell are you doing?
no, I'm just gonna watch this show.
This-
Well, being prepared to attack anything that might come.
He's imitating a yeti. You hear the praying in the other room stop, and let's see. Give me a second. I wasn't expecting you to do that.
You should have made zombie noises.
Ugh.
Then he would have been like, what the hell?
So
That's
soon?
not supposed to happen. What is his special thing he can do?
Uh-oh, did you hear that? What is his special thing he can do?
Oh no,
Oh no!
that's not something
What is
that
that cool
players
thing
like
that
hearing.
he can do? Oh, there it is. Okay. You hear footsteps quickly across the room.
I'm
You
gonna
hear the
line
door
up.
open outside.
I'm gonna line up against the door. Gwynria, wave her over.
Wait, isn't the door on the side?
No. No,
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 that was the wall.
that
He was
where the
Oh,
where the
no, I
exit,
see.
yeah, where the exit it goes to the main room, and then the other room is where.
I see this.
Yeah.
I made this little building, by the way. I was very pleased with myself.
Yeah.
Golf clap.
Fancy, yes. You hear quiet footsteps approaching.
When he comes in, grab him.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, okay. He stops. Obviously, not right outside of the door, but he stops and is obviously listening. And you hear a noise as he pushes this desk right here in front of the door.
Is there any windows where we're at?
Nope. And then, what do you do when you hear the desk being pushed in front of the door?
Well, obviously, the door opens outward instead of inward, like most doors to rooms do.
Right. That's true.
What I'm saying is, normally the doors open into rooms, so
No, they do. Are you going to react in any way?
I'm gonna finagle at the. What kind of door handle is this?
It's a normal door handle. Probably. I don't know, like a wrought iron, just a handle on the door.
Okay,
with
I'm
a
gonna
crude
jiggle.
latch.
I'm gonna jiggle the door handle, and with us both standing on the inside of the door, I'm gonna fling the door open to make it look like it opens into an empty room with, the dead body on the bed. And I'm gonna pull a smoke bomb out of my pack.
Ooh, okay. So Sefik can't see you, presumably.
Correct. Yeah,
But you're still standing behind.
because we're
All right.
basically up against the wall.
He's gonna start moving away.
Pacing around a lot.
Let's do this. I'm trying to think how best to make it go. Let's roll for initiative. That way there can be a turn order for action and reaction.
Oops, I didn't click my token. I rolled a 15.
click on him. Okay. So flinging the door open, you guys definitely have the, you've surprised him. So he's just standing there after having moved the desk. Winria, what would you like to do?
So he's just standing there?
Yeah, he had just moved the desk over in front of the door. I think his thinking was probably just to create an obstruction so he could get away, probably.
Okay, fuck it.
So-
I'm gonna hit him with a thorn whip and pull him into the desk if I can, because it pulls him towards me 10 feet.
Okay.
24.
That definitely hits.
A palpable hit. I think that's the first thing I've hit this entire game.
You whip him.
Okay, so that yanks him 10 feet towards me. However you want to play that out for his body.
Let's see.
And does 2 damage.
Oh dear. I clicked on show spell description.
What is that?
Gibberish.
Oh yeah, I see that. I was like, what am I looking at here?
I clicked on show spell description and that's what popped up.
That's weird. For me, what does it show on mine?
It shows the description of the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. All right, so you whip him and pull him into the desk. Let's see. How much damage does he take from that desk hit? 1 damage. Ouch.
Is he like on the desk? Did he just like hit his ribs against it?
Did it splay him prone on
He is
top of the
ripped against
desk?
it. His head cracks like a melon. No. It hits him and he falls back prone. You knocked him down. You pulled him real hard into the desk and it hit him and kind of took him off guard and knocked the wind out of him and he fell backwards. He prone.
Okay, I'm gonna yell, grapple him!
Whose turn is it?
Your turn.
My turn? Yeah. I am going to switch out the smoke bomb for rope, and I'm going to leap out into the room and attempt to grapple him to tie him up. So I'm going to jump up onto the top of the desk.
Okay, roll dexterity. Roll for that.
You get on the desk?
Yeah. You leap effortlessly onto the desk. His effort to block you in was in vain. And then if you're going to try and grapple and rope him, a strength check?
Of course, the thing I want.
Yeah. That's how it always goes, isn't it? You try to rope him, but he rolls across the floor away from you and leaps up.
He rolled away 10 feet.
Damn!
5 feet, sorry. Good point. Yeah. He rolls away from you 1 square. Did you want to try and do anything else?
Took an action. I don't think I have any
bonus action.
I don't think I have any bonus.
We're still only
Yeah.
second level. We're not
Yeah, I
done
don't.
yet.
I don't really have much you can do. Yeah, much I can do outside because we're only level 2, so not really, not yet.
Okay. Suffolk does one of those like back spring like kick flips back into standing. So he's
Okay.
obviously pretty spry. And he looks at you and he says, "Oh, it's you again." What are you doing? You tailing me? I think that was a
Aren't you
mistake,
the
friend.
brightest one ever?
He says, well spoken. That is very. That's a yeah, sure. And as he says that, he is briefly surrounded by a silvery mist.
Okay.
And he reappears in the room behind you, just beside Gwynria.
Oh.
Ninja powers.
And he is, in his hand, an icy dagger is quickly forming, which he tries to plunge into your side.
Can do a lot in one turn.
The Misty Step was a bonus action.
That's what I thought it was.
Yep. Does a 19 hit?
Oh,
Who are you?
yeah.
Who are you trying to hit? Oh, Gwynria.
Gwynria.
Again, second level, leather armor.
So it misses.
No, it hits. It's 4 piercing damage, and it should normally be 5 cold damage, but because of your ring, it's 4.
So total 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta pay for that. Are we still gonna try and
It's
take
your
him
turn.
alive?
Is that what you say?
Yes.
Nordak, are you still going to try and take him alive?
It was
Well,
a horrible question. We'll see.
Yeah. We may have bit off more than we can chew.
We should really quit separating the party. We can't handle any of the fights.
Never gonna do that.
Whose turn is it?
Is it mine?
Gwynria's? Yeah.
Okay. I'm not strong, but I wanted to try and grapple him. But he also has that mystical step thing.
Maybe when he teleports, you teleport with him.
It seems like it's an even worse idea.
Carries through the ice realm.
I am.
That's the
What?
That's the next chapter, Lost in the Ice Realm.
I am going to hit him with the thorn whip again and try and pull him into this square so that he can try and grab him again.
Okay.
11?
Yeah, that gets him.
Oh, cool. 3 damage and pulls him to...
Bonk.
And as that happens, I'm going to use my strong dwarven arms to try to put him into a full Monty so we can tie him up.
The full Monty. Okay.
Gonna get him naked?
20 strength.
Like you meant full Nelson, but
Full Nelson, yeah, I'm sorry. Wow. Yep.
Oh, I was just
I know. I was like,
Yep.
I was like, the
But
full
I
Monty,
love the
man.
idea of-
That one.
we gotta strip him down to tie
We
him.
gotta strip these guys down.
power derives
Back
from
to
his
Hill and
hand.
naked. Marching back to Hill and naked. You grapple him, and yeah, You overpower him. When he kind of he hits the doorway a little bit when she whips him over there, so he's kind of taken off balance, and you use that as an opportunity from your higher up area to leap onto him around his neck, and you like chokehold him. Get him in a chokehold.
Excellent.
All right. Were you bonus actions?
Hope he doesn't immediately break the grapple.
Bonus action. I'm going to tie him up.
So you got him in the chokehold with one hand, and you're.
I'm a dwarf. I can do many things.
Yeah, you sprout that extra arm and you start working his hands down his back.
My beard is my third arm.
The beard loops around
You're
his other
just tying
arm.
him with the beard.
Moradin is intervening right now and pulling that arm with the beard.
Well, okay. As I've got him in the chokehold, I'm gonna throw my rope to the floor at Gwynria's feet and say, "Quick, tie him up."
I have rope. We discussed this.
Yeah,
You
tie him up.
Okay,
Okay.
Go for it, Gwynria. Try to tie him up. Would that be dexterity?
Is he gonna resist?
Well, dexterity at disadvantage because he's being chokeholded. So
Well,
Unless you
if he's
just
being
totally-
chokeholded, then he'll go down eventually, right?
yeah, eventually.
So tie up his feet first.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay,
So we can
I'm
get a
gonna try and-
prone.
Putting myself on mute.
What do I what do I roll to tie him up?
Dexterity with advantage.
Hey.
Doesn't matter. Either way.
Yeah, that's good enough. All right, you get the rope. Are you doing his feet or his hands?
I'm gonna do his feet.
Because it matters. Ooh.
He
Actually,
sees
no,
you
I'm a
doing
magic user. I'm gonna go for the hands first.
that. You're gonna go what?
I said I'm a magic user, so I'm actually gonna go for the hands first. Knowing that those
yeah,
are the more
that's smart.
dangerous things.
You're gonna crack his thumbs.
Just break all
No.
his fingers.
I'm not like you.
You can heal them back.
That's true.
We are not the baddies.
Sure. Okay.
He is a serial killer.
Yeah, he's obviously a serial killer now. There's not really any question about it.
Yeah.
No more lies, Sephic. Yeah, you crazy bastard.
What if he's not crazy?
We're the crazy ones.
Crazy like a fox. So you loop the rope around his hands, and he seems infuriated by the fact that you two have overpowered him.
Excellent.
He's obviously
bitch.
not pleased about this. He's thrashing wildly, but you managed to get those ropes over his hands, and he is restrained and in a chokehold.
Getcha! For stabbing me.
I'm still laughing at the full Monty, full Nelson thing.
Chokehold with one arm, and you're ripping his pants down with the other.
Okay, we got him. Now what?
We still gotta get his feet.
Oh, okay. Then I use my other rope to get his feet. Do I need to roll for that again, or is he pretty successfully?
No, y'all have got him pretty good. Like, I was not expecting that. That was a good strategy though.
So he's tied up enough that I can let go of him, right?
If you want, or you can keep choking him out.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna finish choking him out until he's unconscious.
Okay, now what? We got him, but
Now-
we're also in here with a dead body.
Now
And
what
no
we're gonna
proof.
do is, do I have something in my? I'm gonna gag him. I'm gonna just stuff some cloth into his mouth and take a section of rope and tie it around his mouth so he can't speak.
Okay, but how do we not get blamed for this?
Well,
Well-
didn't think that far ahead.
Let's see.
We should probably take him back to Hill and Trollbane.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That is a good idea. A choke should take 2 turns to put someone out.
Okay.
So yeah, this was turn 1. This was turn 2. So before you stuff the gag in his mouth, you hear him kind of like, no, and then you stuff the gag in his mouth, and he loses consciousness.
I have 50 feet of rope, so I'm going to tie him up beyond what's reasonable, basically.
You're gonna
This
loop him
point-
good.
This is the reasonable.
So yeah, he's gagged, mouth is tied shut, he's tied up at the hands and feet, and I just wrap extra rope around him so he can't break free.
We could just
We've-
hang him from the rafters from here. I mean, he'd be dead by the time we got back, but...
What do you want to Mary Jane this shit? So we know that it can cast spells. So we've taken care of the vocal. We've taken care of the semantic. I don't know if he needed materials, but
Now's when we go full Monty and take away any components.
there we go. That's when we do it.
I do want to go ahead and search
When
his
he-
pockets.
So, hold on a second. When he did cast Misty Step earlier, because that's what he cast, when he did teleport, he muttered some words. So the
Okay.
gag was a good idea.
That's what I figured, at least.
All right,
I'm
So
going
CD.
to disarm him and take his little ice knife.
doesn't that seem
The
like a
ice
spell?
knife has melted.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I'll push the desk out of the way, dragging his body. We're gonna go check. Let's go check that other room, Gwenria. See if someone else is still alive. I heard him muttering a prayer.
Okay, but we're gonna be like dragging him along, I'm guessing, with us, just in case.
Yes, we're dwarves. We can handle it.
Oh yeah, totally. It's fine.
Oh, shout. You noticed as he lost consciousness, the dagger that was sticking out of the poor soul over behind you melted.
Oh, that does the body remain in kind of a frozen state as you described?
Yes.
Okay. So obviously, Gwenria, we have an agent of Oral in our hands.
I wonder how we
In
would
fact,
react if we gave him some drugs.
I did hear him say next door while I was listening to the wall that he was muttering a prayer to Oral, specifically to, bless me in this sacrifice or some junk like that. So
We should remember that when we turn him in.
yeah. Let's go check that other room. So dragging his body, I'm gonna come around to the door here and open it up.
Inside, you see more dead body.
Too late. I tried to stop it.
Nope. No dagger this time. But basically the same scene.
All right.
He was blessed.
Well, let's get this body back.
Wait, the live one or the dead ones?
The live one. The dead one's not much we can do. But
Oh, okay.
we'll take Cephik here back to Hill and Trollbane. Wasn't there something about the mayor? Wasn't Gimdar saying something about the mayor? We'll go meet back up with the party at the end. I'm sure they're still there fighting, probably.
Or drinking, or both.
Doing what they do.
So we drag the body back to the inn.
Okay. Let's see where that at. Back at the inn.
This game.
You broke up.
I said, wow, this game has speed travel.
Well, I mean,
I love that feature.
I could do some transition pieces to
No, that's
represent the
okay.
dragging through the alleyways.
I'm just hoping no
We
one
could, I
saw
mean, we
us.
could drag this out if you want.
We can throw up some loading screens.
So it is dusk, and typically in the city, nobody goes outside after dark.
Well, it makes dragging the body around behind us way easier.
Yeah.
Did you strip this poor man down?
Yeah, it is.
We did not full Monty him.
Okay. Frostbite's a thing.
I don't think he's going to have a problem with that, knowing what we saw. But we pull him back into the inn. What do we
If
see
you guys
before
didn't
us?
have your bracelets, it would be a problem for you too. But
Yeah.
that's why I gave you the bracelets.
Wait, does he have a bracelet?
No, but he doesn't seem to be affected by the cold. Actually, he even said over at Torg's camp that he has never really been affected by the cold. Oral's blessing is what he called it.
He said it in a sing-song voice, right? The cold never bothered him anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely said it just like that. He
What
said-
do we
started
walk
singing,
into?
Let it snow, let it snow.
He started singing "Let It Go, Let It Go."
No, let it snow, let it snow.
Maybe let me go, let me go.
Cold never bothered him, right?
Yeah.
As you were dragging him through the alleyways, roll a perception check.
I can
Both
do
of
that.
you.
Both of us.
God damn it, that's normally something. God damn
My
it.
my passive is a 10, so it's a 10.
Oh, where do you check that?
It's
You
on.
didn't
It's
notice
at
a
the.
thing.
It's at the
Oh.
bottom of your little skills checklist.
Oh,
You'll
my
see
passive is a 15.
So you roll a 15. If your roll is less than a passive perception, then that's what your roll is.
And not a 1.
Yeah.
You didn't notice a thing.
Wow, at a
Nothing to
15.
worry about.
Guess not.
Even when I'm alerted that I know he has a partner.
Yeah, no, even so. Maybe that's not what you were noticing.
Bum bum bum.
All right, so you're on your way to the tavern. Before you walk in, rest of the party, did you guys bust out of there immediately after Scramstacks was escorted away, or did you linger around and raid the liquor cabinet?
Question.
I think we all know the answer to this question.
I think we do.
Either's a viable option. It could have taken you. What I guess the better question is, what were you doing while Winry and Nordak were tailing Sephic?
After
I thought they
we
were.
after we dealt with Mr. Man and sent him off with Helena, we immediately made it for the boss lady.
Yeah.
So you just
Y'all just
wanted to
ripped out
keep
of
the
there?
party separated for as long as possible.
Absolutely. But I definitely said this before y'all were off doing your own thing and heading back to the inn. So,
Oh, well, it was kind of a, crossing paths of we got to go do this thing, followed by we got to go do this thing. So things probably didn't get communicated well enough across.
Did you leave us a note?
So
maybe?
we think you're still at the inn.
I will roll intelligence to see if I would leave you a note.
Everybody, roll an intelligence to see if anyone thought, let's leave a note. And I'll roll a dice on my end.
And you're rolling the saving throw.
A plot point.
2. Definitely didn't give a fuck.
Nope.
11. I gave it
One-minded.
consideration.
But then I
I
dragged
thought
your
It
ass
was a
out the
passing
door.
thought.
I thought maybe maybe Gimdar would.
Leaf, you held up your finger like you were about to say something insightful, like, and then instead of saying anything, you just belched. Oh, never mind, it's gone. I lost it. Damn. Okay, well, I rolled my roll. If it was below a 10, one thing happened. If it was above a 10, another thing happened. So,
I got a 13.
yeah. Y'all were done out of there.
I would like to assume that we would think that maybe the mayor would be the best second option if we can't find the party. So, wasn't she the one that told us about serial killer man?
Well, I don't think you and I were there for that.
Oh. Who told us about serial killer man?
It was Hill and Trollbane, which is why I said we should come back to the inn.
Oh, never mind.
She's also left
I
the
guess
inn.
we're just gonna hang out here.
She
There
too
are
left.
still people inside.
You can get what
There are
happens
people
to
inside
us
to watch us
secondhand.
interact.
There's also a body.
So, okay. Well, I mean, now I'm operating on different knowledge. Because Nordak's just going to bust into the inn with the body.
Yep. Because we think our party's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
You enter the inn, and yeah, there's not hardly anybody in the central common area.
Do we see Hill and Trollbane anywhere?
Nope. But she could be around the corner. I guess if you move farther in, you see the scene of battle and a couple of common-looking folk lingering around the fireplace.
Nobody we recognize, though, correct?
Nope. It empty.
It empty. All right. And we barely spoke, so we're still split pretty well. Gwenria, they're not here.
Maybe let's tie him to a bed, get him high, and just wait.
I do have a baggie of Arl's Bite with me.
I've got like 3. The getting him high is just for fun.
It's
Wait
not a
for him
bad
to
idea.
return.
Yeah.
I feel like the cold doesn't bother him anyway.
Yeah. He did.
Maybe
We did hear him say that.
Cancel out.
Cancel out his cold resistance with extra cold.
Sort of like how, if you got ADHD, they basically give you speed until it brings you back down.
So you guys stayed on the right room when you came in first. Are you gonna stuff him in the left room or the right room? You wanna flip a coin?
I would say the right room, since that was the room we were in.
Okay.
Left room.
Oh no.
That's
You
what I.
guys put him in the
That's
left
what. That's
room
what I
because-
suggest. That's what Nordak suggests.
Does anyone react to us dragging a body in with us?
These two guys over here, their backs are turned. Well, actually, I take that back. Their backs are turned. They're just trying to keep warm.
Okay, but we were real loud.
Couldn't say so. I mean, not everybody who
This
comes
guy
into a
did.
common room, pays attention to everybody that walks through the door. So.
Yeah, okay, I'll be right back. Figure out what you guys
Okay.
do.
So, shit. Where should we take this guy, Winria? They're not
Okay.
here. Don't. Should we find some? I mean,
Where
If we
would
go
they
to the-
be?
if we go to the authorities and we just say we found this guy murdering people, that's going to raise a lot more questions.
Yeah, no, they would blame us 100%. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't know why, but I want to blame Gimp.
You hear Grimdar's voice in your head. No, you don't. You hear Sean's voice. There's lots of fucking feet prints outside in the snow.
It's the middle of the night, and the DM just said that nobody else is out this late.
Do a survival check. Find out where we are.
Oh yeah, I guess I am a druid. I could try and.
You would know that. Nordak would not.
My feet
Okay.
are fucking heavy, so.
Yes, DM's not here for the meta part of this. Yeah, I am a druid, so when he gets back, I will try and track them.
Joke's on us. He took his headset with him.
He's wired. He can't go very far.
Only Sean can do that, and
Yeah.
he's done that to us.
Yeah.
I do take off my headphones when the party specifically requests that I go away.
Hey DM, we don't want you to hear this.
I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be some good shit.
You listen and just don't pretend you don't.
Nah, I take the headphones off. I love the good surprise. It's great. The plans they come up with in that game are fucking bonkers.
I know.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go put the kid to bed real quick.
Okay. And when you come back, we'll do the survival check and all that.
Yeah, tracking.
Just get 10 minutes of awkward silence.
It's the awkward song. No, it's not. I can talk the whole time.
Hell yeah. Dude, I got some new Joy-Cons for my Switch, and they're actual controllers, and it is so nice because the
I've
fucking
seen
regular.
those.
Yeah, they use this. It's like a Mega Man branded one, but I've seen this specific controller have like 1,000 different variations.
Right.
But it basically makes it an actual full controller for one half, so it's not a pain to use. It's like take a Pro controller and split it and put it and stick it on your Switch, and it's nice.
Do the two Joy-Cons, can they come together to be a Pro controller like controller?
I wish, but they don't. They have to be connected to the Switch.
They kind of do. You can.
Oh,
put them into a plastic dock and.
These don't, is what he's asking. The regular
That would be
Joy-Cons
cool.
do. Yeah, the regular Joy-Cons do. They have that, like you said, that plastic dock that they slide into, so you can have a. But the regular Joy-Cons are just awful enough that I spent the money for this.
I play almost exclusively with the Pro controller at my desk.
I do with the Pro controller a lot as well, but this is specifically for when I'm in bed.
Yeah.
Did you pick up Baldur's
Sorry.
Gate? It was.
I
I'm
have it
sorry.
on
You don't
Steam.
watch Discord on the weekends. It's for sale for like $10 for 1 and 2 right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
See, I got
Yeah,
Icewind
yeah,
Dale
yeah.
and Planescape Torment for like 10 or 15 from a GameStop the other day.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But they see, I like it's nice to have the remastered version, but they completely rebuilt the Icewind Dale version off of Baldur's Gate 2 toolkits, which is completely different from the original Icewind Dale stuff. So it's like just Baldur's Gate 2 but not.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
What's funny is when we were talking about Icewind Dale a while back, I had never actually played all the way through Icewind Dale
Really?
from start to finish. I had started and gotten like halfway through several times, but I just never like committed to actually beating it. So I did it on my phone, and yeah, that last boss was hard as shit.
Yeah. Did you do the expansion?
Heart of Winter, yes, I did. It was good. It's not as like the storyline is definitely nowhere near as complex as Baldur's Gate. It's more just like here's the adventure laid out in front of you.
Right. All right. I
Right,
think
go.
so. Between
You
me
guys
and
decide what you
Quinria,
do.
she wanted to do something.
Yes, I wanted to go back out and try using my advanced druid tracking abilities.
You're gonna track the party.
Yes, I'm going to try and track her.
Suffolk in tow.
Well, yeah.
You just drop him.
You stay here. We'll be back.
He's asleep. He'll be fine. Okay. What would be the best role for druid tracking?
Survival.
Survival.
Yes, that's what they said.
Roll survival. At advantage, because you're a druid.
Hmm.
Damn
A
it.
9. You. What do I do with a 9? All right. You try to
It's dark
study
out.
the signs that are outside. I told you, it's that chick with the guitar. Every time she comes on, this TV gets 1,000 times louder. Stupid Miss Rachel. Actually, stupid, what's her name? Truck Stop Jess. I don't know what her name is.
Truck stop, Jess.
That's her unofficial nickname, right? I've heard more than one person say that.
Oh,
Truck stop, Jess.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
that's
like,
I'm not
she's a
sure what you're
girl.
letting your kids watch, but
No, so
but you may have to pay a premium price.
Yeah.
so there's Miss Rachel. She's like well kept. She's got long hair and like, female presenting. And then there's Jess. Her name is Jess, I think. And she's got like a super short cropped haircut, and she's always wearing like blue jeans and like male presenting. So every time she comes on screen, she's playing guitar, and the volume of the TV goes up like 10 decibels every time, because she must have either a really bad microphone or she's just yelling into the microphone. I don't know what it is, but I hate her.
I blame Miss Rachel for that. She's not editing the videos very well.
Yeah, I guess. It's like they must all laugh about it, like behind her back. It's like a running joke. They're pranking her.
They gotta be.
Anyway. Yeah, she's the only one that it happens on. Like everybody else, perfectly normal volume. She comes on shrieking.
Like a banshee.
Yeah, truck stop banshee.
That's so bad.
I didn't come up with that nickname. I don't remember who did. I know I've heard it more than once though. All right, so you roll survival and trying to pick up signs of the party. You don't come back with much. You can tell that they moved off to the left, and that's about it. No real clear signs. The left goes towards the more central portion of town, basically the direction you came from. So
How did
if
we
you
not
wanted to
cross
try and-
paths?
Well, you did have to follow Sepik through kind of a roundabout way. He took some alleyways and whatnot to get back over.
That was just me, like, being
saying out loud. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys could roll wisdom to see if you can determine where they might have been heading using your common sense or powers of deduction.
Sure.
Could I argue that we would roll it at advantage, considering we know our party well enough?
Sure.
Well, we've only been adventuring since level 1.
We're all dwarves.
We're all dwarves from the
Made
same
trip all the way
city.
here.
That sounds racist.
Well, I'll take the 17
You know
over
how
the 3.
dwarves would think.
Yeah. I'll roll just to see if I was too dumb.
We would go to another inn for more ale.
Using your powers of wisdom and reasoning and deduction, you deduce that there's only a couple of places they might have gone after a barroom scuffle.
Better barroom.
One of those places being the town hall to report back to the speaker and the sheriff.
You know, they'll stick up for
You're
us
welcome.
and not let us get destroyed as serial killers. I'm sure. Freddie loves us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well,
Let's make sure they're
and the
there.
fact that you have
He's-
him, the fact that you have him alive is probably in your favor, and he probably has some blood on him too from where he killed those two guys, since you caught him mid-act and he did not have a chance to go like wash up or get rid of his clothes or anything like that.
I
So
just don't know if they had DNA tracing back then.
We call that Arcane
you've
Check.
got a
So you're requiring an
You've got
NPC
someone-
to make an Arcana check and succeed to determine your innocence.
You've literally got someone with blood on his hands that you're taking to the sheriff and the speaker.
Like ice.
Pretty safe bet. All right,
Let's do it.
so that's where we're gonna go then. Where is that map? There it is. I should probably go there too. Alright, so Leaf, Gimdar, Balcom, you make your way to the town hall.
In the small
You're
time
in
that we've been
Nordath.
gone, in the small time that we've been gone, have they put up any kind of temporary door for us to kick in?
We've been gone like an hour, and I'm gonna knock another door down. They've hung a curtain.
Are you going to kick the front door in this time?
He just got done etching the
We're not,
glass. to
we're
put
not
somebody's name on
savages.
the- like putting the name on the door.
If we kick the front
Yeah.
door down, then it's gonna let a draft in.
This guy's
Can't argue
playing
with that.
But if they have a new door set up as the in the middle way, then we're gonna knock it down.
It's a rough door.
Good, easier to knock down.
They have a rough door set up.
What's rough about it? Where's its weak
This
point?
Came
guy
from
right.
a rough neighborhood.
This guy. This guy right here.
It's
is
from the
actively
street.
Working on setting up a temporary door.
Excellent. Well, I will walk in and I'll say, "Excuse me, fine sir," and I push him aside gently, and then kick down his work.
You walk in and the two guards immediately step forward and be like, yeah. What are you doing back so soon?
Step aside. We have business with your drug dealing
Does
boss.
this business involve kicking the door down again?
Absolutely not.
Always.
Damn it, Malcolm. We're
Hey,
trying
I'm
to be
stating the
tricksy
obvious
here.
I'm just stating the obvious here.
We promised to We promise nothing. Move aside.
It's our signature move.
The guard refuses. He says, "No, I don't think I'll be moving aside. Wait here."
Okay, I follow him.
Gestures over to the three children. No. Wait out here. Go warm yourselves by the fire.
There's a fire in there. I saw one last time.
I'll go in.
Are you both gonna go?
This one's gonna stay and watch you guys. He's gonna go in and.
I think he needs to go too.
Speaker. No, he doesn't think so. He says, "No, I think I'll stay right here."
Well, I guess it means we only have to knock out one of them. Out of character, I say that.
If you're being incredibly pushy, his hand is already on his sword.
Is the guy that's staying behind? Does he look like a junior recruit or like a junior enlistee?
These would all appear to be seasoned guards.
Well, damn! I was hoping we could bribe the junior one to run off so he doesn't get hurt.
We could try to bribe him. Go for it. Why not? He's already gone back inside.
Well, it doesn't. It matters if he's junior, because if he's junior, he might not be dirty. But I don't trust any of the seasoned ones. I think they're all dirty. So, as the other one walks in, yep, go ahead, pull up that turn order.
No.
I'm gonna point at the fire opposite of the direction we were at, and everything went dark. The lights went out. I'm gonna point at the fire and say, "Oh God, the fire has started!" And as soon as he looks, I'm gonna run past him.
I'll roll a dice.
Any dice.
I'll roll deception.
Yeah, roll a deception. We'll check it versus what I just rolled.
Let's see, what is my deception? Huh?
A 16.
Huh? Come on. I'm either running through him or around him. Which one is it?
You say, "Oh, look, the fire," and he. What is it that you said to him?
I said, "Look, the fire's out of control."
He glances over for a moment and says, "What?" So, yeah, go for it. Run through the door.
I run up to the door and I Spartan kick it.
That's real nice.
Sean, are you ever going to play a character that doesn't Spartan kick doors?
If this one dies, I promise to play a character that does not specifically Spartan kick doors.
D, how many doors did you cop knock last campaign?
I can't help it. It's ingrained in me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a hypocrite to me.
I'm not denying it.
The craftsman cries out in protest as you roll a strength check.
Is he the cabbage man? Can he be the cabbage man?
He starts screaming about trout.
7. Oh, this one's strong.
Yes, the trout! The trout!
I would love for the door repairman to be the cabbage man.
He tried to kick it one time, and yeah, he's a pretty good craftsman. That was a pretty solid temporary door that he set up. It does not explode inward, and this guard right here looks at you and says, "What the fuck, man?"
I look to the craftsman and I say, "Fine work," and I grab the door and I turn the door down and walk in.
Roll a deception.
I'm not deceiving anyone. I say, "Fine work" to the craftsman. I'm complimenting the craftsman on his fine door. I'm not even looking at the guard, and I'm turning the doorknob as I say it. There's nothing deceiving about what's going on.
The guard
Just
grabs
idiotic.
your wrist. The guard grabs your wrist.
You want to take your hands off me, laddie?
No, I don't think so. I think you should go have a seat. This is your last warning.
This is your last warning. And I raise my hand, my fist, my metal gloved fist. This is your last warning, boy.
Roll an intimidation check.
I'm much better at those.
Is he gonna back down, or is he gonna be roll for initiative?
It's roll for initiative.
Does anybody want to try and stop him from these actions?
Yeah,
Balcom, or leave?
Balcom's gonna jump in between these two and go, listen, he's just trying to have some fun. We apologize. It's been a hard night. You'll find out when you hear more, but it's been a long, hard night. We're just trying to let some steam off. Have a good time, you know?
How distracted is the guard from what Balcom said?
He doesn't look like he's buying it, but if it's gonna prevent a 3-on-1 dwarven ass kicking out front of the door that he's guarding, he's like, all right, fine, go sit down.
Inside, yes.
Why
Thank you. And he
busting-
grabs
why
the
you
doorknob.
busting my balls here? Come on.
Why are you busting our balls? Get out of the way. Let us go in. Your boss is corrupt. We're dealing with that now.
How long do you think this interaction has been going on?
I don't know, a couple minutes, maybe 2 minutes. It doesn't take long for me to kick a door and get grabbed on the wrist and then have Balcom talk him down.
Not to mention, whoever on the other side of that door is going to notice that it's been trying to be kicked in.
It just
Ma-
hear, wow.
They definitely heard the thump.
Yeah, the craftsman has been hammering nails into the doorway the whole time. It's a sound that they're used to.
Okay, that's reasonable. He gets back to work. He gives you guys a look. He's like,
I'm still going through that door.
I wave and give him a big smile.
if you want to try and juke him out, like you're gonna go sit down and then charge through the door. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but it's like you look at the party, you're like, all right, and then instead of going to sit down, you just like bolt straight into the door.
I'm afraid.
Run full on into it.
I'm afraid that my next strength check on the door to bolt through it is gonna be a 2 or some shit.
Hey man, you're a free man. You can do whatever you want. Fantasy land.
I am so annoyed by what I see as a corrupt police force deciding now is the time to implement rules and order when we need to deal with them being the problem.
Well, to be fair, you don't know that this particular guy right here is the problem.
I don't. And if he would move, but currently he is the problem.
Well, for you, but not for the world.
I'm gonna lean in on this guard,
How we go there from?
and I'm gonna whisper in his direction. Do you know that the speaker is selling drugs and forcing Spinkelberg to sell drugs?
Are you really saying this to the guard?
Yes, I am. And I'm gauging his reaction.
He gives you a sideways look. Let me roll for his reaction.
His reaction is important. It determines.
There's a brief moment of surprise that flashes across his face just for a moment, and then he recomposes and says, no, that doesn't sound right.
Can I roll
That's
an
right.
insight
We all know
check
about
to see
things
if
like
he's
this.
innocent or guilty? Like, I want to gauge his reaction and see if this is that's not real. If he's just like trying to play it off, or if he was genuinely surprised. And
Okay. Do it.
Still rough, buddy.
I got to get all these bad ones out of the way. We're about to be in combat.
You take him at his word. He seems genuinely surprised by the information you just gave him.
I turn back to the party. This man is innocent.
Total confidence.
Well, now you know why we're
He is
so
innocent.
worked up. Now you know why he's so worked up. You can understand now, right?
He says, absolutely. Here, hold on just a moment. He goes inside.
All right, kick the door down.
Well, you kicked the door in.
My toe still hurts.
So as soon as he leaves, that's the play now. You're just going to muscle inside.
If there's muscle needed, like first we'll probably try to open the door.
Yeah, you could just open the door. Like,
Seeing
you could throw
Gimdar's
the
failed
craftsman
attempt.
through the door.
It's super sus that he would leave us by ourselves now. We're gonna come into dead bodies.
I see it. I wish I had like a Balrog or something, like a token, something awful that I could just stick in there.
There's nothing that I can think of that's gonna stop me from going in that door right this moment. If y'all have a better idea, you better verbalize it. I will get us into trouble 100% of the time.
Our entire process coming back here was to face the speaker. So, like, our end game is getting through that door.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Malcolm?
Yeah, that's why we're here.
All right, let's go. Bust down the door.
We go.
I kick it again.
No. While he tries to kick it, I immediately like grab his foot and just open it. Just stop. No. We're smarter than this.
No, we're not.
I don't think we are.
So the doors gently swing open.
I open the door
Open the
with
door.
my hands. Yes.
I sigh dramatically. Worth it.
This
All
is
right.
what you see.
Oh God.
This,
God.
I was ready for that. I was about to say, "Hail and well met, Mr. Dragon."
Gimdar, have you been eating some of Gwyneria's herbs from her pouch again?
Well,
Me-
I won't say no.
Well.
No, those are good berries.
You said they were the bad
Those are
berries, like in a
bad
bag and in a good way.
All right. So you enter the room. The guards both look up and give you a scowl. You notice that the sheriff is gone, and it is just the speaker remaining.
It's the speaker and 4 guards.
Yep.
Speaker, we've come to discuss your guilt.
She looks up and she says, "Guilt? What guilt? I don't know what you're talking about."
We have it on good authority that you were forcing Scrumdiddlyumptious to sell drugs.
On whose authority exactly do you have that on? Who told you that?
That doesn't matter currently. I would love for you to prove us wrong.
The guards are edging.
We're outnumbered, guys.
They're edging. To what?
Yeah, they're edging the building. No, not edging. Around the corner of the building. Come on, guys.
I'm not sure what you expected.
Don't come on, guys. But
This is rated PG something.
Okay.
Couple
but
of
we
wild
should
and
go on
crazy guys.
I'm trying to figure out the timing in my head as far as like how far behind you guys is Nordak and Winria, because that could play a major factor.
No. Like, we are incredibly outnumbered, and I am not dumb. We're going to run away if things go sideways.
Well, she's
Want to be
asking
the
you.
hero that burst in the last second.
She's gonna move around the.
She just hops over the table like a badass.
No, she just.
No, have her hop over the have her hop over the table like a badass.
She's not going to do that. She's going to, in a dignified way,
Hop over the
very,
table.
very stiffly walk around, and she is now standing over you. She's definitely taller than you.
Why I'm a
She's
dwarf.
kind of looming over you, and she says, "Who told you that? Who specifically told you?"
So you can kill the rat.
That's a good response.
She looks up and she says, "I don't know what you're talking about.
I want
I just need to
to.
know who's making false accusations. I'm the speaker of the town."
Is she well equipped for being a speaker? Is she like armored or something?
Not that you can tell. She's wearing fine clothes, furs. She has like I wouldn't say it's like a uniform per se, but more like a ceremonial garb, like a boots, cape, vest with fine fur. She's finely dressed.
Guys, we've made a mistake. We've rushed into this. You're doing this, and I know you're doing this. And we're not going to tell you who told us. Their lives are at stake. This will not be the last you see of us.
She, so having ignored her question, she just says, okay. As you say. And then she turns and walks back behind the desk.
I'm going to turn heel and walk out as she walks away. I'm timing it to where as soon as she turned, I turned, and I'm walking away as well. And I muttered to the party, the party that is here, we can't do anything to her with all these guards. And it wouldn't be justice for us to just execute her here.
Ask where the captain of the guard went?
Yeah, well, I'm not asking her anything. She is not to be trusted.
Okay, so what's up?
As we walk out, this guy over here, do I remember him from the people who were there last time we were here, like an hour ago?
He's been waiting this whole time.
He's been here every time you guys have come in, actually. Usually he's just over hanging out by the fire, smoking a pipe, or lounging. You're not really sure what he does. He had 3 companions before, but 2 of them are gone, except for the craftsman, who obviously is let's say he's a maintenance man of some sorts.
They're obviously
also
brothers.
always
They look
seems to
so
be around.
alike.
He's got overalls on, doesn't he?
He's got like a thick leather apron, a crafting garb, probably some gloves. He doesn't. I'm not going to say that he seems to be anyone of interest, but that is a good point that he does seem to be here pretty frequently. Every time you've been here, he's been in the room.
Excuse me. Can I talk to you, please?
Hey, Batman.
Swear to me.
Is that your is that your discreet voice?
My voice. But I think I'm being quiet, but I'm not really being quiet. Because I have an intelligence of -1.
That just means you're a little simple. You're not an idiot. I think you have to have like a score of like 8 or 6 to be able to read, so.
Yeah, well, 8 is generally as low as you can go to start unless you've got something that puts you into the negative.
My playstyle does that.
I would love for someone to die from an intelligence stat drain.
It's possible.
Let's have a mind flayer. Yeah, I mean, that's how the mind flayers like kill you.
Mm-hmm.
They suck your brains out, and your intelligence decreases to 0, and you die. Because you no longer have a brain.
You're just an empty husk, just sitting there, just drooling.
So, out of character, I couldn't understand a word of what you were saying, Leaf. What were you saying?
I was saying, can I talk to you for a moment?
You try to talk to this gentleman, but he has a very blank look to his face, and he simply puts the pipe back up to his lips, takes a puff, and blows the smoke into your face. He does have an odd look to his eyes, but I don't know if you would notice that. You can roll perception to see if you pick up on anything weird.
Yeah, sure. About 14.
Yeah. As you're looking at this guy and he looks back at you with the blank stare, you notice little flecks of blue in his iris.
Uh-oh. It's women. We'll flex the saw.
Did you say women?
Who are you?
Flecks of blue.
Thank you for your time. Late quite severe in danger. And I stared like piercingly into his eyes.
He just gives you a little bit of a open mouth grin, an odd looking grin. He says, "Aye, that'll do."
I bid you good day. I'm not gonna get anything else.
Aye, that'll do. As you depart.
Oh, he's a true NPC. He says the same thing every time you talk to him.
He says, "Hey."
All right. Well, that didn't work.
Well, you did pick up something.
Yeah.
He's got some blue flecks to his eyes that didn't look quite right. Bright blue flecks.
Is that the
His otherwise brown
same-
eyes
Is it the same color as the drugs that have been going around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is he on spice?
And if you could be. The spice must flow.
Out of character,
Alright.
we don't have any idea on how to get someone out of that kind of trance without just going whole turkey.
No, we could kill him, or we could. That's all we got. We can fix him by undoing him.
Well, it's definitely another clue.
Yeah.
You've got someone who's obviously on the drug that's just been lounging around in the town hall basically since you guys arrived. So I mean, not that you haven't already connected the dots pretty fully with the speaker, but
We can't prove
if you need any
anything.
more confirmation? No, nothing definite yet.
Yeah. But we're gonna Nancy Drew this shit.
You're getting there.
Slowly but
All right.
surely.
I feel like if we walk outside the inn or outside of the speaker's house and we run into the rest of the party, this is a good stopping point.
That's
Yeah, it's
exactly what I
10:30.
was about to say. Yeah, I know. I was just looking down like,
Yeah, well, we didn't start till about 8:30, so it's
that is true. We made up that 30 minutes. All right, so y'all depart the building.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna flip some furniture over as you leave? Break some shit
Nah.
on your way out.
Nah, this
No, I got.
Clients.
the furniture belongs to the town, not to her.
Yeah. Technically, the door does too, but we just don't care.
You have to send a message somehow, and that's why they have a maintenance man. We're keeping him employed.
The speaker sits down at her desk, and from the other room she hears a loud banging and racket. So she rushes out, and y'all are out there just ripping up the floorboards. You're breaking windows.
We'll find all your
Prying
secrets.
out from the next door.
The out of character side note, if these two people, we don't have names for them yet, but if their names are not Mario and Luigi respectively, I'm gonna riot.
Okay. Let's see. I will make a note of that. Mario and Luigi. Two Italian plumbers that found themselves in the northern reaches of Faerun. It was the wrong warp pipe.
They have a very good reason for being here. We just don't know what it is yet.
All right, so y'all go back out of the building, and about the time that you do, your party mates, Gwynria and Nordak, come trotting up, pulling a bound serial killer man behind them.
We didn't find, we couldn't stop him in time, but we found him.
You're not going to find any help in there. We need to go somewhere else.
Where else?
I just said find somewhere else. We can't go back to one end and we can't go back in there.
You know, if this town is, kind of set on being corrupt, do we really want to fix it?
The people deserve that.
The people seem pretty corrupt themselves.
Aye, but we stopped the person killing people every new moon.
Good job. Who
But he's still-
was the lucky survivor?
It's Sefik.
No, I mean, who did you save?
No,
He
we got there a little late.
he unfortunately killed them both, but we
Damn
captured
it,
him
you
after that.
guys.
We stopped him from killing again. Don't be a bitch about it.
But not this time.
Going forward, there will be no more killings. Starting now.
From this point on, no more.
I
Those two
bet.
guys don't count.
I guess we need to interrogate him. Let's let's head to the place where we sent Helena, and we can have a chit chat with our good friend Suffolk.
Please tell me it's not the pub, because that's where we just came from.
No, we're not allowed, but we can't go back to the pub. It's been, we can't go back to the pub.
You know, maybe you should have sent us a message, or, you know, some sort of, hey guys, this is where we're going.
You seem to have found us all right.
Only because it's what I do.
Yeah, I can trust you to do what you do.
For some reason, I hold you personally responsible.
I mean, you have so many dogs, it should have been easy to track us.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
We kind of were dealing with this hunk of meat right here.
It'd be easy to drag him around in a sled full of dogs, right?
Ironic that you would call him a hunk of meat when you wanted to full Monty him.
It was the heat of the moment, all right?
Give him here. I throw him over my shoulder and we head off into the darkness.
Into the darkness. Dun, dun,
Into the
dun.
unknown.
All right. Well, that is a great stopping point because now I will have to actually do some content creation for the next session.
Excellent.
I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta run an
that
errand
catches me
real
up.
quick.
All right, man. See you later,
I'll
Brett.
see y'all
All right,
later.
catch you later.
Bye.
See y'all. Killing his stream. Bye-bye, internet.